Hello everybody, I'm Buzz. Let's see what we've got here now. Looks like a mini lava tube, right? Sorta. And it's got a weird button on the side. Look a little closer, it's got this deal up here that twists on it. And it doesn't look quite like a lava tube, but what else? It has a blue screen, that's different too. What we got tonight is a L-Rider transformer. Right now I have an 18350 battery in it. It's got a button on the side. And it beeps like a lava tube, which is not bad at all. Not the greatest. It does have the same limitations as all lava tubes. We'll get into that here in a little bit, but let me point out the feature to it. Okay, this little spinny thing up here, this is an airflow adjustment. And you can either run it wide open or you can run it all the way closed. And close it, it definitely dampens the air some. It still works. It gives you a lot tighter draw. And I think if you stuck an O-ring in there, you could maybe adjust it halfway if that's what you desired, but it's kind of loose threads, just so you can see it kind of wiggling around there. It's so you got to kind of lock it open. If you left it half open without putting an O-ring or something in there that you could seat it against, it just, as you used it, it would vibrate down, I think eventually pretty quick. And then let's take some looks at, take a look at some more of it here. If you screw this all the way down, this is kind of a neat feature here, I thought. You can take that cap off. It's your 510. It's a 510 deep weld. It's not really, I hate to call it an Ego, but you can put Ego stuff that has a 510 thread on it. But if it's just a straight Ego that screws on with the onto the outside of the connection, it won't work. And one of the things I'm not so thrilled about, I don't like the way it pokes up there, the 510 connection, but it's no big deal either. But I like it better if it sits flush on there. So there's inside of your cap. It's got an adjustable post, and that comes off. It allows you to clean in there. And I wonder, since that just threads on and off so easily, maybe in the future you might see an 801 connection or an 808 or something like that. The name of it is a transformer, so if it did that, that'd be kind of cool. I really like 801 cartomizers, so just not having to use an adapter. You can see that already sticks out. So then if you had to stick in it, even though if you get they call it a flush adapter or a stealth adapter that you can't hardly see, but it still makes it sit above it a little bit. It'd be nice if it sat right on there. It'd be pretty cool. So let's spin that back up. See, it has a blue screen. You press the button 5 times. That checks your atomizer resistance, whatever you're putting on there. Here, we'll stick let's stick the spheroid back on there. What did I do? Did I turn it off? Nope. Okay. I hold it real close. Can you see it? Nope. So you just have to take my word for it. It's 1.6 ohms. And let's set it right at 4 volts. Not bad at all. Okay, now the button on the side, it's knurled behind the button, but it doesn't spin out to lock. And the whole contraption is a little rattly. You can hear that spring or whatever inside that button rattling around. And now the most important feature. Here we go. Let's change it. Right now it's a mini. We'll spin him out a little and see that's not fine threads at all. You're never going to have to worry about cross threading that. But as you screw it in tight on your battery, you don't have to worry about it. It's not so floppy or doesn't move around or sloppy, I guess. Here we go. We got an 18650. So now we went from a mini to a mid-size, midi. I spin it out a little bit. Can kind of guess, see the spring. There's the end cap with a vent hole. It's got a fairly stiff spring in it, not too bad, kind of like most lava tubes. Then I spin it up. I got some decent resistance on the spring and it feels good. It's not just as, but that bottom does still shake around a little. Oh, dang it. It doesn't hold its settings. I'm used to so many of the newer mods, they just, when you take the battery out for a minute, it still holds the settings. I didn't think that was a nice feature until I got used to it. Now, it is a nice feature. Okay, there's the MIDI. Now let's put it to the 18650, which I don't have one out right this second. Let me take one out of a different mod. Okay. Put it in. I don't like to just drop them in there. Give you a look down inside of there. There's your switch right there. But that's your board that it's making connection with. And if you drop your batteries down inside of that tube a lot, you could possibly mess it up. But you don't want to do that. These things aren't cheap. Okay. Now we're going to a biggie. From a mini to a midi to a biggie. Okay. You can take that tube all the way off. There's no need to, but it'll come all the way off. Then you screw your end cap back on. Screw that up tight. There we go again. Now it's working. There's what it looks like in 18650 mode. This is the obvious mode, right? The little one's the stealth mode. So I think it's kind of cool looking. I like that button on the side. Different. I like it better in the 18650 mode. The button's more comfortable for me to press. Oh, now I gotta set the settings again, don't I? Never learn. let's take a look at the generations of the lava tubes real quick. Okay, there's the original, and where is the other one? There it is. Nope, that's not it. Gotta be here somewhere. There it is. Okay. Let's line them up in order. And there we are. You can see the transformers, not much different than this is a stainless steel Apollo V tube. It's just a special edition lava tube in stainless. Here's the original lava tube. It's a little bit shorter. It's made out of aluminum and it's got plastic caps. It's real similar to this one in looks. That's just that one's a true ego, and I screwed on a tank cone, and it gives me a little. This one I thought was a little too airy, but so you can see the biggest change is the switch. Now I don't want to go make a marathon video, so let's do a real quick test. Since this is a newer version, let's see how it would handle dual cartomizer. What tank had the dual? There it is. I had it laid out ready, and I was looking in the drawer. The big drawer. Okay, let's put our meter on here. Okay, we have it set at 4 point, it says 4.10, 4.11, 4.10, and then it goes off. Got a 10-second limit on the switch there. Okay, and let's look at this is set at 4.1, so it's setting, looking pretty decent on the calibration. That's not bad at all. Screw the tank on there. 376. Okay, let's jump it up to 5 volts. Not that you want to vape a dual cartomizer at 5 volts, but 383. Let's go to 6 volts. 382. 374. 371. So it's like all the other lava tubes. I don't have a 4.0. I don't even know if I'll get one. I don't care. I got this one because it was a transformer, had the side button and the blue screen. I didn't know about the adjustable airflow or the cap on there. And let's see, I got this one on a co-op at the e-cigarette forum, and I didn't pay very much, $44 or something like that. It's fairly cheap. Might have been 50, but I think it was in the 40s. And so far I looked around a little bit before I started a review, and Vapor Alley has them for $89. So before everybody screams, oh, he's doubling the price. He's supposed to double the price. He bought it. He brought them over here. He paid for shipping, and he's gonna double the price to make some money on it. He's there to make money. Rick is the guy that runs that place. If you want one of these, he's a good guy to buy from. I've talked to him on emails tons of times. When I have questions about stuff, whether it's his stuff or just whatever in general, he's more than happy to share his knowledge with me. And good guy to do business with. I can recommend him from anybody. But they'll be out in other places, and it's just now on the market. So if you think they're cool, but you don't think it's $89 cool, wait 6 months. It'll probably be $60, or who knows what it'll go down to. Wait it a year, and it'll be $50. And if they're still around, I don't know. But a lot of tubes seem to stay around there. They do have that problem with the 1.5 amp limit, but they're fairly reliable. They're tough. They're durable, and it's being able to switch all the battery sizes. That's pretty cool. You know, you just want to run to the gas station or to the grocery store, and you don't want to carry a big mod around. You throw an 18350 in it, and I'm sure an 18350 will last you long enough to go to the store and back if you can't live that long without a vape, or just to have it. You know, it's a nice option for sure. So that's my look at the L Rider transformer, or it'll be the Lava Tube transformer. Not a bad little mod, or it's not little, not a bad mod. Like I said, Vapor Alley, good place to get one right now. There might be others out there, I don't know. The other thing about Vapor Alley, that he usually has, if it's $89 there and somebody else has it, it's probably going to be $9 or $10 higher. He's usually a little bit cheaper than most people. So there you have it. There's a place to get it. I'll post a link down below. And everybody, keep on vaping.